You pick up the paper. The dolphin doesn't. You step away. The stool remains. If there's a copy of Holocene, you turn away from the piles of books.
Hello again. After what she did to you? I don't understand why you would do that. What did you do that's as bad as what she did? Actually, don't tell me. I don't want to know. Let's talk about something else. You've been taken in by them as well, I see. Ah, some feral cryptography. Where did you come across this? Merely that cryptography, nowadays, mainly occurs in commercial magazines. It's rare to find an example from real life. It does lead one to wonder where you've been wandering.
Showing this woman the cryptogram has revealed far more than you should.
Not very urgent trouble, I take it. Well, given the time, I would relish the challenge. Come back in a few hours. I should have something for you by then. Goodbye.
An old bench kneels in your presence. Marks to be revealed. You settle in one. Before long, you stand up, feeling less warm.
Hello again. You've been taken in by them as well, I see. They are, aren't they? Goodbye.
Ahead, the electric hum and rhythmic clatter of an aerotram station. You alight the next aerotram to the city's outskirts, to a place long abandoned. Ahead, the You catch the next arrow.
Tram 2, RTA, approaching.
The smuggler inclines his head in silent recognition. The hours unfold. Then another, and another, and another, and another. You're not even. And onto the net, and onto the, and onto the, and onto, and onto the. At last, one of the dock work around you. It won't always be like this. Eventually, you shamble back to the boat. He lowers his head.
Hello again. Ah, yes. A curious little cipher. You know, I can't help but be left wondering about the author. Aren't we all? Simple but devious, all standard fare, except the shifted alphabet begins at 1, not 0, throwing off any experienced code breakers. What I can tell you is that it relies on the use of an 8-letter keyword to solve. I have 4 letters, but the rest would take me days. Here, look.
The keyword stares back at you, still more emptiness than form. ESON. Suddenly, you hear it in your mind with preternatural clarity. Eschaton. It was the title of the report lying around when he asked you to clean. It was in front of you the whole time.
Ah, of course. This is what I mean when I say cryptography is a chess game. It is always knowledge of the other and their quirks that gives one an unexpected edge. The author? Bring them here if you're able. I would love to meet this person. Good luck. Goodbye.
Oh, you're back. He was the clinic coordinator, right? The Lucians assured me they were handling his bill. I certainly hope they didn't pay too much for such a subpar performance. She's magnificent, isn't she? She's got 3 coats.
White and silver entwined, softness that should be light. But if you plunged your fingers into her fur, you'd find it thick and deep.
Ah, so you're one of Tempo's unspecified associates. What are you doing in my home? I've heard, yes. I thought maybe he'd just gone underground. He always had a way of turning up somehow. A man whose only strength and weakness was being himself. That passionate and reckless? If you occupy your time with playing all sides against each other for personal gain, there's only one way such stories end. I appreciate the closure your presence brings, but please, spare me any details.
He stiffens, then nods slowly.
No, of course not. How could you ask such a thing? 5 weeks ago, before his last trip to La Luz.
Too quick. Practiced.
I don't know anything about that, I'm afraid. I wouldn't use that word. We worked well together, on a spiritual plane. We saw the world in complementary ways. I don't know how to put it. I dealt with the overworld, he with the under. Safer for us both that way. Relatively speaking. Of course I knew he did business in Luth. He built the bazaar up himself. No way around it. He was always bringing back new speakers and displays and so on. He was mad for Lucian stuff. El Pop, the rest of it. Excited, I would say. He had a boyish glint in his eye. I believe he was using a large deal of cocaine at the time, so I didn't necessarily take his words seriously. Big words. Fate, forgiveness, friendship. If you knew Tempo, then you know the sort of thing I'm talking about. Oh, business at first. But it became something else quite fast. I first took note of him when he turned the abandoned silk factory into the bazaar.
Entrepreneurial ambitions, strong qualities and an asset, as you marked in Taxman straight away.
Put him on many radars, both here and abroad. But, well, that's over now. Yes, you might be right there. No, Tempo never cared for the high arts. He was more about the streets. Oh, only a little. He used to say he did a little work for them once upon a time. I don't know whether I believed him. Do you think it's actually true? Right. Impossible to say, really. Did you have any other business here, or...?
I see. Cash only, with half of it paid up front. 2 million, I'm afraid. There is no such thing. I should be adding Tempo premium, if anything. 2.5 million.
Wow. We're getting a hard rejection, gang.
Then you can't afford the exit papers. I believe we have. The fee is 2.5 million.
Be well.
Oh.
You're
You don't have the money. You need to make this about something else. What does he want?
a logical fallacy. Wealth transcends need. That's the point. But money is, of course, immaterial, a stand-in for debit or credit. It's the debit, ultimately, that is important.
He looks around his apartment, hands upturned in front of him, as if beseeching the world for something you may owe.
Bor Kibble. Bor Kibble.
This cat thing must be really upsetting him. He's lost it.
Just pick me up a bag of Bor Kibble, please. You can have the papers. I just need the kibble. Yes, but... well, the kibble is in the animal zone. So you've met the king. Good. You know what you're agreeing to. These exit papers. I need a name and a photograph.
He takes the postcard and pauses, a look of recognition flashing across his face.
Cool. Dangerous, certainly. You're picking up where Tempo left off. He brought her here once. She played the piano for us. It was rather lovely, much nicer than her standard L-pop fare.
It's hard for him to remember. He swallows, tucking the postcard into his shirt pocket with a strange gravitas.
Tempo almost cried even. Bor Kibble. Yes, this photo will do just fine. Sure. I'll be here.
The stall remains as haphazard as ever, its payment bucket near empty. By far the largest collection. You see a wild range of material. Nothing. It would be, but there is no such thing to be. You return your attention to the broadest. You return. You're looking for blood-stained something. Deep oracles. As you push your hand between the moth-eaten volumes, something pressed between them falls out and lands on the floor at your feet. It's a blank business card with the letters IOU written across it in blue pen ink. Blood type hecatomb, 5 Reno marks, penthouse housing campaign, use call box. It seems your former double and the richest man in Portofino share a similar taste in literature. The private currency of a private citizen, someone who considers himself an entity worthy of his own monetary standard. You tuck the Reno marks back between the books and return your attention to the crooked spines. You turn away from the piles of...
Hello again. I can't pay you any more today. The boss will ask questions. Anyway, see you.
You have returned for trade. Let GM try. I long for the day they try to return me to...
He flicks his ears in excitement.
You are puny. Prove yourself. Displeasure upon you. Ah ha ha! Market is battleground. Shiny trade. Pleasing hinged open function. Accept. Bring pleasing object. Displeasure upon you. Disappointment!
You return your attention to the pile of assorted junk, which acts as a makeshift throne for the primate. You spot a bag of boar kibble, 5 kilograms of it, stuffed inside a bird cage. The monkey bares his teeth at you. He flicks his ears in excitement.
Ah ha ha! Commence it! Shiny trade! Pleasing hinged open function. Snake! Snake! Then they will be Boss King Siggies!
He takes the pack gingerly between his atrocious thumb and forefinger, then flings it away onto his pile.
See? No fear!
He grabs the bag of boar kibble with both hands and tosses it to you, a few pellets of kibble spilling across the floor.
Useless pellets. Consumption despised. Farewell, combatant.
You return to the workbench. The wheel is just a decorative add-on. It protrudes somehow from the front of the train like the statue crowning a ship's prow. The key appears to lie within the mangled plastic of the fracture point. You'll need to prune a few millimeters before what's left can fit together. You never were much for arts and crafts. You return to the workbench. As you have already perceived, the key to a successful mend here is to snip off the deformed ends of the little plastic rods. The blades do the job beautifully. opening and closing with the delicacy of dragonfly wings. The subtlest of pleasure. You watch as the plastic surfaces melt ever so slightly under the corrosive effects of the glue. Once everything is covered that needs to be, you make the two pieces kiss and watch the plastic bind. Crowned with its free-spinning bronze wheel and curling designs, the train is a thing of exquisite craftsmanship.
You've got the cable. Yes, thank you. I'm so glad to hear it. I do worry about him alone up there, but there's something I want you to see. Shake that bag of kibble you have there, would you? It's true that you should never shake kibble at ground level, but we're safe up here. Here, I'll take that. He'll squeal if you're too long about it.
He pours kibble into 3 large flower pots, then edges them towards the cage with his fur.
I found him going through the trash outside some weeks ago. My first instinct was to scare him away. So I clapped my hands together, but he just stared at me. So I brought him up. It is slightly non-standard, him being up here whilst I conduct business below. I haven't been completely honest with you. I knew who you were the moment you started asking after Tempo. The opera cant. He was hoping you'd come.
You need the exit papers. Don't surprise him.
There. Tempo always said that in the matters of economy and culture, the upper hand is often gained by underhanded ways. This made him a lot of enemies, of course. I had to make sure you weren't one of them. Do you believe in the transmigration of souls? I believe that when we die, our souls rise up through the atmosphere and into the void of space, where they lay waiting. To be reborn, of course. Some find themselves locked in high orbit for thousands of years. Others bounce right off the moon. Whatever happens, our souls will always return.
Of course we will. Pain is temporary. The gang, eternal.
It became me more erratic in those final weeks. It was always on and off. We fought about something or he fought with me. But I always thought that in the end, I always thought that it would be the two of us. No, that would be a bit silly now, wouldn't it?
KG. The wealthy and controversial entrepreneur shifts back and forth. He doesn't respond.
I've been more concerned with where it'll go. I hope that's towards wherever Tempo is. Maybe our souls will chase each other through asteroid belts. We'll orbit the moon together.
Hands of light rain continue to move slowly north and east across the region. Walks home expected to be unseasonably melancholic. North wind 5 to 8 kilometers per hour, becoming calm after midnight.
Or we'll be back here, as a boar, as a cat, maybe as a pair of fishermen. Our souls will be together in every lifetime. I don't even remember. Once we had a spat about, what was it? The hot tub, I think. Whether or not I needed a bigger one. I said he just needed to watch his weight. He stormed out of my apartment with one of my model trains. Then spent the next month mailing me photographs of it, getting involved in completely historically inaccurate railroad incidents. There's nothing else left but to make peace. But I'm sorry. He was your friend too. I know you were close. How are you feeling? Yes. But it would never be enough, would it? One last conversation, one last kiss. One last evening. Right. Why you're here after all. Please. I hope you get the girl out safely. Tempo would have wanted that, I think. Not that I always knew his heart, but... Good. Thank you for coming up here. I'm sorry for all this. I'm very tired. Well, good luck to you.
The boar that may contain the transmigrated soul of Tempo del Sur takes another mouthful of kibble. His beady eyes briefly fix on you, then drift away to follow the path of a buzzing fly. Wide, slick, animal. Only 2 words behind him. friend or foe? Nose pinned to a piece of kibble stuck in the floor. He moves in circles like the arm of a compass. Tempo tosses his broad head and sneezes. Tempo squats on his hairy haunches and cocks his head at you. What remains of Tempo blinks at you, sniffs the air and methodically turns his head away. All that's left is animal. He stops munching, frozen into place, ready and willing to guard his food to the hilt. He jerks back and bares his teeth, showing you strands of kibble-brown drool which glisten and bend in the wind like spider silk. Reno looks at you with sympathetic eyes. He smiles as his gaze drifts across the rooftops. Still chewing, Tempo snarls as the insect lands on his ear. He flicks it off with a violent twitch. Tempo notices your stare. His wet, straining eyes twinkle with a wordless panic before he shoves his face into another mound of kibble. The obscenely loud crunching sounds rattle through your skull. It's like he's pulverizing gravel. You blink at the animal and try to superimpose Tempo's smile over its snout. Clean white teeth, perfectly straight and tidy, surprisingly sweet. One of his many prized tools of negotiation. He doesn't even dignify that with a reaction, just scratches a haunch with his hoof. The boar blinks, then, a second later, blinks again, then shakes his head. He's just got something in his eye. As he loves. You can sense tempo. His aura's shape, with all its softness and spikes. There's something in the way. You can't quite reach him. Roof of the fogged mirror. First warm night of spring. Watching the square bustle beneath you. People laughing, kids running, vendors pushing their food carts.
Fuck, that smells good. Nah, watch this.
Tempo stands up, cigarette in mouth, and folds a paper airplane from a 5-sol note. It traces a smooth arc down to the shrimp vendor, who laughs and takes aim.
I love this city, sometimes.
There, a smoky grin, puffed chest, mismatched eyes, face half illuminated by sodium streetlights. You found him.
Who the fuck is that? Fuck off, whoever you are. Fucking bust this signal, cunt. Get out!
As Yana boots you from her psyche, you know the truth. There's only one Tempo del Sur in this world, and it's her. In the cage, the beast rolls over to itch its back on the ground. He's staring at the sky, like it's his first time seeing it.
Goodbye.
Hello again, Herschel. What? Okay, Herschel. Sure. Finally. Be back soon.
The abandoned cardboard moving boxes. You sift through. No jobs left in Portofino. No money. You fold back the warm droplets of rain fall from among the usual photographs and scattered throughout. It's customary to invite the angel to festivities. You let your eyes on the red slips of You return to the postbox. You step away from the man. You have arrived at Este's doorstep. It's dark. You won't endear your... The cleaning tuk-tuk. The tuk-tuk remains. The stool remains. You flip through the stack of slim Your bomb. More and more images up. More and more images. The lineup of promiscuous women, almost the more recent issue. Hundreds of magazines. You sloppily rearrange the magazines and you return. A bunch of No. According to the back of the book, there are more than pulpy space. According to the back of the book, despite its dull cover, the book resumes its hundreds of printed materials. By far the largest collection. You see a wild range of material. A prominent loop doesn't seem familiar. He gazes. Underneath it is stated, you'd be surprised. You turn away.
Lot of to-in and fucking throw-in, Hirsch. Don't be a stranger. Lot of to-in and fucking throw-in, Hirsch. Thanks, Hirsch. These look legit. I won't. I definitely won't.
She grins, Her face suddenly seems lighter to you, and young again.
Ready to set course for the Eastern Republics, Flight Lieutenant. Thanks for this, Hirsch. Really, you're one of the only people I've ever met who isn't trying to get something out of me. I won't let you down. I've had this stupid song stuck in my head all day. Old one. This is from when I was younger, so much younger. I used to go on these day trips with my parents and my father would play his tapes in the car. It was basic 3-chord rock music, nothing like what I make now. But I've been thinking recently, maybe without those tapes, I wouldn't have become a musician. Dark Flight 709, about some guy's girl living on a space rocket. I think he just had to watch her disappear from down on Earth. 12 bar in D, I think. You know, D7, G7, all the sevens. Had a feeling would lose all her time. My baby's living on the 709. Thanks. I don't know. It's silly, but it's right there for some reason. You too, Hirsch. See you further on up the flight path.
Guess I'll be seeing you around, Hirsch. Maybe in another 5 years, knowing how you fucking operate.
She opens up her cigarette packet and extracts 2. One she hooks on her lip, the other she slots behind an ear.
What?
Dissonant urges rise in you. One to reveal the world as it so often is, and the other to protect her from it. Go on, tell her about the thing on the roof. Give her something to remember him by.
What the fuck? Bored to the core. Thanks. Is he okay? At least he's being cared for. I'm getting her to Central, then to long distance, then I'm coming back here. I don't think so, Hirsch. Temple trusted me with himself. I got to stay close to what mattered to him.
The bazaar.
Hirsch, wait. Something that's been playing on my mind. That photo of you all, the one in Temple's office. Why'd you take that? Aren't you all spies?
Good question. Evidently, you succumbed to a sudden fit of camaraderie.
Yeah, they did. All of them.
She looks at you for a long moment, working up to something.
This big play you're putting together. Take me with you. Yeah. Okay, what is it? Cool, I'm in. I can do a good job, like Temple would've. Already saddled up. I'll see V to the station. Then I'm down for whatever, Cascade.
The 2 girls glance at each other, then nod. They're ready. Time to leave them to it. H.S. Lastra's blood-obsessed pulp epic awaits you. The book is 563 pages long, not including Lastra's notoriously indulgent appendix.
Cascade, stop. Don't overthink this. I just did. I can again if you want. Don't overthink this. I'm not. This is just a real-time memory dissociation, conjured from the fringes of cipher-induced mania.
A likely story. More likely, he's viewing you right now.
You don't have to read the book. You just have to read the cipher. And that very particular chapter that the extract is from.
This is old news. You've cracked this stupid cipher.
You bested the directional text that led to the cipher's true key, blood type hecatomb. Also, Cascade, this is the easy part. Act accordingly.
Aha. Maybe something like...
Yes, Cascade, exactly that. This cipher is now wearing baby shoes. Find the chapter in the novel that the passage of text is from. Then consider the letters in groups of 3, let's say, triads. For each triad, take each letter's numbered position in the alphabet. The first is the page number, the second is the line number, and the third is the letter number. An example. Let's use the last triad of the cipher, MBP.
Why is he starting at the end? You're with him now. Sinks into place with a solid mental funk. MBP becomes 13-2-16.
Direct hit. Fuselage in tatters. You are now replete with the requisite mind tools. Time to give this cipher what for.
No response. Your memory conjuration has gone dark. All message conveyed. He has cut the psychic link and stopped remote viewing you. Put them both together. Your former double's carefully placed torches will catch a light. An ancient map to the catacombs of meaning. You look at the cipher and the book next to each other. One short and erratic, the other lengthy and considered. The maelstrom of black markings feels like home now. Almost cozy. You skim the book and find the relevant chapter, which turns out to be a particularly bloody scene deep in the Act 5 climax. Then, taking the first letter to be a page number, the second to be a line number, and the third to be a letter number, you begin. The first letter is I. The second letter is B. Onwards, you follow Holocene into the wilderness of his favourite book, the true subtext. Effortless, nothing but grim inevitability and dawning madness now. The first words appear, IBETR. Oh no. Don't think yet, just solve. I betrayed crew Miho, compromise from within, direct or melee 5D until extraction, beware small controller, I'm sorry. I betrayed crew, Miho compromised from within. Director, malafide until extraction, beware small controller, I'm sorry. So he claims. Also the cipher claims. Impossible. Pack runner. Close blood. It also doesn't make sense. Carolina was the one who was uncovered in the Enter Batch dream study. But did someone sell out Carolina? That you never discovered. A paragraph from the red folder flashes redder across your mind. Possessing a monstrous intelligence that rests on hallucinatory logical construction. You should put that in a cipher and throw it down the silo. Home gang really did us in after everything. It must be an important part of the message, to him at least. There is one other form of communication that traditionally ends in apology, a suicide note. You read the words again, then read them backwards for good measure. Your former double's intent is no clearer to you, but definitely more ominous. It can only be a fear of interception. One person is usually all it takes. Your eye catches again on the middle sentence. Director malafide until extraction. Malafide, bad faith. Standard espionage parlance for contaminated, compromised, or treacherous. Decidedly unstandard espionage parlance. Unknown for now. Something to beware. The silo awaits. Your former double has some wild ideas he's about to hatch. If they aren't already a bloody mass screaming existence. The mold's tendril. You turn away from...
Cascade, stop. Before you utter a word, be aware that anything you say in my presence, anything I hear, should be considered pre-intercepted by the small controller. The treacherous entity in my head that is directing my movements, of course, and also my words and thoughts.
Oh no. Oh no.
Quiet. Pre-intercepted. The instructions are on the table. Do not read them aloud.
No irony here. No dress rehearsal either.
Let us roll indeed.
Upon the reflective surface of the table lie a sketch pad, a pen, a strange container, and a crank drill. A regular pen, thick-nibbed and loaded with red ink. Marked with the words Entity Containment Vessel, it looks vaguely space-related. Designed to be taken into the far reaches by cosmonauts, any alien life matter can be sealed inside and brought home. Reddish liquid, but no entities are yet contained within. The crank wheel features a worn logo, now illegible. Rust blossoms in tiny patches along the drill bit. On the first page, scribbled in hurried handwriting, you find the instructions. Plain text, no cipher. Good start. A bare 14 words. Small controller inside. Locate via remote viewing, then extract. Through dimensionality to analysis. The traitor within. Curse. Parasite. Uproot. As in the testimonial you found in his room, Holocene wants you to locate something which you cannot see. Draw that which you cannot see. Whether this will redeem you, however, is another matter entirely. The sketchpad ripples, despite there being no wind at all down here. The dark interior of your former double skull awaits.
Silence, Cascade. He may try to counter if he gleans the plan.
He nods furiously at you. Precipice. Jump or flee. Reaching into another person's head to glimpse what is inside. It is not the first time recently that you've heard about such a method. It wasn't called remote viewing and was dressed up in wholly different aesthetics, but the premise is similar. Duchess's technique. With remote viewing, you are going in cold. This technique has at least been explained to you.
Are you ready, Cascade? It's for later. Find him first, Cascade.
Close reading, then take him out with the drill.
Cascade, please. You of all people should know better than to trust the words of professional textbook consulters.
A silence, in which he avoids your eyes.
To be clear, you have no obligation to go through with this. But if you don't help me, I will endeavor to do it myself. That's why I kept the hand free.
This game's getting played, even with a handicapped substitute.
That's not remotely the case, Cascade. But I am grateful for your assistance. Now, find him.
Immobilized like a torture victim, your former double just gives you a firm, unwavering stare.
This does not bode well for your future. The instructions, Cascade, on the tape.
The implements lie where...
On with it, Cascade.
You close your eyes, then your judgment, then your imagination. One by one, each mental faculty goes dark, flicked off like a Friday night light switch. You do not see anything inside Holocene. You could not guess what it is you are drawing, but still, attributes float towards you. Living and round and within. Scheming, force, dangerous. The pen moves beneath you as vague impressions parade across the main street of your mind. And then, your hand stops moving, almost of its own will. It is done. Your marks have found a form, one that looks a lot like a small animal. Oval, alien eyes, long, clinging fingers.
Cascade, what have you seen?
You have seen and drawn a tarsia. A crude impression of one at least. It would appear so. It is also wearing a tiny dressing gown.
I knew it. Good job, Cascade. That's the form he's currently taking. Maybe that's his true form, maybe he's mocking us. Either way, target acquired. Now, get the motherfucker out.
A movement so quick you don't even understand what's happening at first. Holocene's arm whips and slams something into his neck. Syringe, free hand. His muscles slacken, his eyes roll wide. In his hand, a syringe of unknown anesthetic. No response. Your former double is out cold. The empty syringe falls from his grip and rattles across the floor. From the implement table, the crank drill snickers at you. Coward. When will we ever have this opportunity again? Drill, drill, drill. You depress the syringe slowly over the course of 10 seconds, watching the unconscious patient's nostrils twitch involuntarily as they are invaded. As long as his brain doesn't run out of his nose, it's worked. To what degree it's worked, you won't know until he's conscious. A sluggish timelessness overtakes the silo basement as you wait, devoid of light changes or any other marker of time.
Cascade. Did you... Got the motherfucker. But you didn't, Mold. Interesting hypothesis. That's different, but it makes sense. Not one controller, many.
The disappointment he feels is unjustifiable even to himself, but you can read it in his eyes.
I'll confess it's not the outcome I'd envisioned, Cascade. I'll need a day or so. Miho thanks you for helping to root out the subversive elements in his ranks, be they controller or colony. Fogged mirror. We had fun there once.
Holding his gaze onto you, he retreats back into the sedative. Eventually, his eyes flutter closed and his head falls limp against his shoulder. The implements lie where you left them, remnants of your strange ritual. bed welcomes you. The stillness of the room quietens your mind as you settle down, as you are about to drift.
Operant, are you busy?
Strange cadence, uneasy syllables stumbling over a sloshing bee.
Yes, it's me.
She sounds quite drunk.
I just wanted to make sure you're still there. Good. That's very good to hear. Another operant was zeroed out in theater today.
Another.
No one you'd know. Hopscotch, our old hand in Mercia, executed by monotheists. Whole network lost as well. Who do you suppose?
A resonant thud. Heavy bomb glass on desktop.
Oh yes. We're all very sorry. It's a highly regrettable situation overall. Hopscotch will get their unmarked star at the Palace of Culture. Tonight, all the controllers will go out to the Hyacinth Bar and drink Vana Kohila until we can barely walk. Like nothing happened, because that's our role. We would answer your calls if we didn't. Too early to say. Hopscotch hadn't checked in for 48 hours, so I called their magic box and a voice I'd never heard before answered. It was a woman, older, absolutely nonchalant, like a pensionaire's, I thought. I said I must have misdialed. And do you want to know what she said?
Of course you do.
It's all right, dear. Nothing to get hung about. Of course, that's when I knew Hopscotch was dead.
Feet swaying gently, a few feet above the ground. The laces of their left shoe has come untied.
I'll remember her voice for a very long time. You already said that. Say something else. Brighten things up.
This took a very sad turn. It won't be easy to swing it back around. Life sparkles in death's presence, magnificent and fragile. Draw her close.
Probably you're right. I don't know what I was expecting. God, my head's going to hurt tomorrow.
Her voice sounds distant, but she's already putting down the receiver. The line goes dead.